and this month's Pokemon is Arceus! This Arceus is level 100, knows the attacks Judgment, Recover, Hyper Beam and Perish Song, and is available in X, Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire until the 24th of August. Originally, you could get Arceus in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl in Japan by going to see Arceus and the Jewel of Life, and receiving it at the cinema. In other places in the world, you could get Arceus from game stores such as Game in the UK and Toys R Us in the US. There was also an event item, the Azure Flute, that was never officially released. You were meant to take this to Spear Pillar and unlock a staircase to the Hall of Origin where you could battle Arceus and capture it. If you took an official event Arceus to the Ruins of Alph in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you could encounter an event where you'd be shifted to another location where you'd meet Cynthia. You would then find this odd ruin where you could use Arceus to create either Dialga, Palkia or Giratina, the Pokemon originally created by Arceus. Arceus is the god of the Pokemon universe and has a fitting move called Judgment. Both Arceus' type and Judgment's attack type can change depending on if Arceus is equipped with one of the 17 type plates. These can be found scattered throughout the games and change Arceus' type and colouring accordingly. Oh, here comes Arceus! Oh, look, it's God! To celebrate 20 years of Pokemon, you have received Arceus. With a special flute, Arceus could first be encountered at the Hall of Origins in Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, which is technically a lie because that was an unreleased event. But you already knew that by now from the bit I said a minute ago. Anyway, there we go! Okay, here we are with some Arceus battle stuff. I always call it battle strategy, but it's not really battle strategy at all, it's just showing off attacks. Anyway, let's start with a Perish Song. So in 3 days, it's becoming a Majora's Mask. In 3 turns, we will both die, which will be lovely. And I'm confused. Wonderful. Let's see if I can recover from my confusion. I did, but my HP was full. We've made a wish. Is your wish to get a Hyper Beam in the face? Because it might come true. As long as I don't Hyper Beam myself. Oh, no, he missed. Well, this is... Come on, you're literally God. Can't you do a bit better than this? Don't die of Perish Song, please. That'd be way too embarrassing. There we go. Hyper Beam. Right in the kisser. And now it's time for Arceus' signature move, which we'll all recall can be any type, but because I'm not wearing any plates, it's normal Judgment! Go! Take that, Venomoth. 2 Venomoth for me. So that was Arceus, or Arceus, or however you're meant to pronounce that. As literally the god of the Pokemon universe, he's obviously pretty awesome. But kind of sad that he's now outshadowed by things like Mega Rayquaza and Mega Mewtwo, and hopefully eventually they'll make a Gen 4 remake, which I don't particularly want. But at the same time, it would be nice for him to get a new form, like an Origin form or a Mega Evolution, or one of these weird, like, sideways evolution things that the Sun and Moon seem to have. As much as I'm trying to avoid Sun and Moon spoilers, I've seen some stuff and now potentially spoiled it for people that are avoiding those. But it's fine, I'm sure. The fact that it can be any type and has a really powerful move that can have its type change is pretty cool. Though it's also kind of sad that you lose an item slot then. Though, I mean, it also powers up that type, so that's good. I do remember way back in Gen 4, I did use a cheating device just to get the Azure Flute, because I wanted to see what the Hall of Origins event was like. And I'm a bit sad that they got rid of it. I mean, it wasn't like some great story-driven plot, but it was kind of cool to summon this staircase into the sky and just find this crazy god sitting there. So it is a bit of a shame that that wasn't a thing that they left in eventually. And sadly, I never actually got a proper event Arceus until now, so I didn't get to do that event in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I'm not really too broken up about that. Anyway, now it's time for the thing that most people probably care about. Here's the code. I'll put it up on the screen as well, but I'm going to read it to you now with my super blind magnifying glass. So the code is E64522YQ2ALFM2Z2. So there we go. First person to get that gets an Arceus. Second code, that's the first code. Second code will go to the first person to comment on this video, and third code will go to what I deem to be the best comment by this Tuesday, which is the
9th, I want to say, but regardless, you can figure out what this Tuesday is. Also, I do apologise that the captured bits of footage I use here might not be fantastic, because my 3DS capture seems to be a bit broken. It wouldn't connect properly, and I had to like be at crazy angles recording it so that it would actually record, and then had to have my sister holding the microphone for me because I couldn't do anything properly, because the slightest movement it didn't agree with would cut the capture out completely. So yeah, next month's video might be very bad if I have to send my capture card off to be fixed and record with my phone again. But that's life, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and come back next month for our next Pokemon, which I believe will be Unova starting now, I think. Yeah, that's the end of the Gen 4 legendaries. And if you're interested in Gen 4 stuff, check out my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. That is a bit terrible to begin with, but gets reasonably better later on. Anyway, see you next month. Bye bye.